with a colleague of mine about a year ago, and she was telling me, she works in one of my companies, she was telling me that she's unhappy in her role. And I remember sitting here and she gave me a bunch of reasons why. And I kept asking and asking questions. And after just 30 minutes of asking the questions, she had decided that in fact, everything she had just said was not the issue. And then it related back to a much more fundamental issue of just meaning in her work.
Okay, well, that's very important. That's very important. Jung called that a circumambulation. Okay, so now imagine the threat system is going off, right? It's saying something's wrong, something's wrong. But it's a primordial predator detection instinct. That's what's being triggered. It isn't capable of high resolution conceptual formulation, not to begin with. Something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong. Okay, what? Maybe this, maybe this, maybe this, maybe this, maybe this, maybe. Okay, now what happens is the maybes circle and spiral, right? And as you lay them out, you spiral inward to the gist of the matter. But you have to see, because you could imagine while this woman is explaining her problems to you, she's talking about things about the company and her relationship with the company that might be unsettling to you. So you're sitting there thinking, while she's laying out her problems, maybe you're getting defensive. Well, that's not true. The company's better than that. That's an unfair accusation. So you're feeling on the spot. Plus you want to jump in with your solution because you want to show that you're bigger than the problem that she's showing, or maybe you're secretly attracted to her and you want to be a white knight. I mean, there can be 50 things. You're sitting there thinking about what you're going to say next because you want to play dominance, or maybe you think that's what you should do because you're a boss. And it's like, there's a lot of things that'll interfere with listening. But so you learn, you say, just shut up, ask stupid questions until the person that you're listening to has specified the problem. Now, if you're very fortunate, both of you will converge on that and it'll just become clear. Think, oh, you pointed this out. This is what that's really all about. Now, the person may be discovering too that they were resistant to that conclusion. Because the fundamental threat is more key to their self-esteem to their conception of themselves, than allowed them to be comfortable before they get to the actual point, which is where they're going to be most vulnerable. They're going to throw out a bunch of screen concerns just to see if you can be trusted with something that will reveal their vulnerability. And they're even doing that to themselves. It's like, dare I tell the truth about this situation? Because I've betrayed myself before, so maybe not.
You're so right. They test you on the way to the truth to see how you'll respond.
Yes, and they're testing themselves too.
Yeah.
And you can facilitate that. See, if you facilitate that by calm listening, then you're modeling the fact that whatever the hell they have as a problem isn't so terrifying that you have to avoid it and run away.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so interesting what was actually revealed, because this person that works in one of my marketing teams in a different company where there's a CEO said to me, it's the work they were doing that was causing them the unease, and that's the reason they wanted to leave, etc. And I asked them the question after about 30 minutes, when was the time you were most happy in the business? They revealed to me that the time they were most happy was when they were with me overseas at the very beginning. And what that really revealed at its essence was there'd been a change in the proximity to me and the real meaning of the work. And they now felt like they were doing trivial things. Their happiest time was when they were right next to me doing the most important stuff.
Right. So the most difficult problems. They were solving the most difficult problems.
When they were most challenged, and they were. So really, the fix wasn't what they thought it was. The fix, and they're now they actually